WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American here in Germany, tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I'm in Ireland with J.J. Corry, Bonder's Blend number 3, product of Ireland. Yay! Now, very, very interesting is on the back of the bottle, the label is in German. An Irish whiskey with a German label. Well, why is that? That is because the founder and owner of www.irish-whiskies.de is Deutschland for Germany. She and the founder here of J.J. Corry, that's Louise, are good buddies. And the Bonder's Blend number 2, I had a bottle of that as well. I was able to review that, as well as now the 3, are actually a cooperation between J.J. Corry and irish-whiskies.de. And they're made for, and I quote here, this Bonder's Blend number 3 has been made or has been created especially for the customers of Irish Whiskies and J.J. Corry Irish Whiskey. For the special customers, by the way. It's in German. I had to think for a second. So sorry. All right. So what do we have here? We have 96 bottles. I have bottle number 22 of 96. 150 euros, so we're talking $180, $185 at the moment for a half-liter bottle. Expensive, yes. Is it worth it? We'll see. 49.5%. There's 45% 13-year-old single malt in there from cask number 7363. There's 20% from a 13-year-old single malt out from Ireland from cask number 73. 73, I can't even read my head, is 7367, all right? And there's 20%, hold your horses, from a 2002, that means it's 17-year-old already, that's cask number 11235. Oh, by the way, I have the flintlock number 1, and this actually had 11221 and 11233 in here. So it's a sister cask actually of what was in here. This was a third, and a third of those, and this is going to be my comparison of whiskey. And the best part, wait a second, I can't say this and be excited at the same time and pour. We have 15% from 1991, almost 27-year-old single malt Irish whiskey, cask number 8285. This is amazing! Wow. Now, without naming any names, I'm going to have a little bit of gossip here. I know a special lady from Ireland that is a bonder, and she recently went to Taiwan with one special mission: to sell bottles of 27-year-old single malt whiskey. If I remember the gossip price correctly, half-liter bottles, maybe 5,000 euros each. Ouch! But hey, there's a market for it. Why not serve that market, right? All the less whiskey for us, whiskey drinkers that can afford it, but that's fine. That's why we have to sell for $150 or 150 euro bottles with 15% of the 27, 28-year-old single malt Irish whiskey, which is a Bushmills back then, all right? Middleton didn't give anything. Cooley wasn't even around back then, so this is really, really interesting. All right, so I described it also in my German video as taking a graham cracker, putting icing on top of it that is made with lemon and lime juice. The flintlock number 1 is a lot more of a lime, a lot more of a citrus moment over here. Here we have a lot more of the butter cake, the graham cracker moment over here. Alcohol is a little bit more dominant with 49.5% rather than the 46%. But I think that's going to change a moment on the palate. So, I want to do a nice little picture here. This is something you've never seen before. J.J. Corry, old Tom, J.J. Corry banner, J.J. Corry Bonder's Blend number 3, as well as the Flintlock number 1. All right. For all the collectors out there, all of these are open. Yay, the way they should be. Don't just make ornaments out of the J.J. Corry, but actually open them up and try them because they're fantastic whiskeys. That's what Louise wants. That's what should happen here. And that was the condition that I got this bottle. I did a bottle share with this as well as the other two, and they're almost gone. And everyone got 5 CL of this, 3.5 CL of this for a certain price. And we actually, 13 different people, plus me, 14 people actually shared from these 3 bottles. Fantastic way of doing things. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, yeah. Mm. This is a fantastic whiskey. At the very beginning, it's I'm going to use an analogy. Imagine you have here a drag racing machine, a jet engine drag racer. And at the beginning, when they start off, they go, and then it's boom. And it takes a little while for that jet engine to get the people actually get the machines moving. And that's what I have here. It's just like at the beginning, it's like, well, and then it goes, oh, and then it goes, and it takes off, and it's just this enormous explosion of flavor in your mouth. This is a long-lasting aftertaste. The finish is fabulous. This is an A- in my book. Excellent, excellent. If the beginning would have had a little bit more of an umph, a little bit more of a attraction, this would have actually been an A whiskey, A plus. But I just have at the beginning it's like this, and then it goes up, and then it goes skyrockets. Oh, excellent. That lemon tarts, that there's lime tarts out there, something like that. It's a creamy, silky type of moment. And just fabulous, fabulous whiskey. 27-year-old Irish whiskey. Nectars of the gods. Yeah. So over here, Flintlock number 1. 16-year-old whiskey from 3 different casks. Blended together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. It starts at a higher level, actually. And at the end, it doesn't skyrocket. It climaxes, but it doesn't go out of the sky here. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. If you ever get the chance to buy anything from J.J. Corry, please do. It could be the Battalion, which is mezcal and tequila finished Irish whiskey. It could be the Gale. It could be the Flintlock. It could be maybe the Bonder's Blend. Don't think so. Oh, by the way, there's 3, there's 2, and there's no 1. So if anyone offers you the 1, say, no thank you. Where did you get that from? Well, there is a batch 1, but it's from Banner County. That's batch 1, but there's no batch 1 for the Bonder's Blend, which is unique and special and quirky, and that's the way things are. Now, Louise actually was a 20-year veteran of the Spirits Circus. She got married, decided to stay home in Ireland, turned the family farm into a bonding experience, and found out that there was a local merchant named J.J. Corry. And he had a bicycle, that's why it was the Gale. He had a flintlock they actually found, which was an old pistol. And that's why she always tries to have something connected to him and his store, mom and pop store back then in 1890. What he actually would do would go to the distilleries, let the casks be filled up, bring them back home, mix them, blend them themselves, and sell them off. Now, in the around 19 something or other, the big brands, especially then J.J. Powers, actually said, no, we don't want that. We want to sell bottles. We don't want to sell barrels. We want to sell bottles because we can guarantee the quality. Yeah, the quality then of the whiskey is in the bottle. As long as there's a stamp on top of it, it hasn't been tampered with, and you know that this is exactly how the producer wanted it. If I give you a barrel of my whiskey and you do something else with it and blend it with, I don't know, with gin or with tequila or something else, you transform it into something that the producer actually didn't want. and so that's why the craft, the artisan craftsmanship of the bonders disappeared in Ireland. But Louise is actually resurrecting this, and she's doing a fabulous job. She's had a lot of problems with the authorities trying to get things set up. How do you make a batch of 90 bottles? That's 45 liters, by the way. A normal US barrel is then 200, so you have actually a quarter cask, an octave, and you can actually just put into this then 45% of this, 20% of this, 20% of that, and 15% of that. All right, so 15% of 45 is, if you take a bucket, that's what she actually does, like half a bucket, you put in that into the vat, you let it mix, you let it set, you let it marriage and that together, and then you pour it and you put it into the bottles. This is a very, very artisan, handcrafted moment, yeah? She has no plans whatsoever of getting her own distillery. That's not her job. She does not want on the farm a distillery. She wants to be bonder. She wants to blend. She wants to mix. She wants to create Irish whiskey using some of the great casks out there from the past and also some of the great casks now of the future. We have over 30 different now distilleries that are up and going in Ireland. And for many of those, she actually has now contracts of getting barrels for the future, where she'll be blending, she'll be mixing, she'll be creating, she'll be bonding. All right, very, very good. This I'm going to give, as I said, an A- in my review. Well done, Louise. Great. And Marika, by the way, very, very nice bottle. Thank you very much that I'm a special customer and I was able to have one. Value for money, well, I understand. 150 is not that much when you consider what's in there. If you can sell the 15% of that someplace else for 30 times the price you paid here, I guess that's something you would actually want to do. Value for money, I'm going to give it a C-, D+. Sorry, you're never going to see, or most of us are never going to see one of these 96 bottles out there. These are going to be the unicorns in the Irish world. These are going to be the phantom bottles everyone's trying to find, and if they do go on auction someplace, then they're going to be much, much higher, twice, maybe even 3 times the original issuing retail price. All right. That's the way things are. If you're a collector, you got to dig deep in your pockets if you don't have the connections directly to the source. WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany, tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Thank you very much for watching. All the best. Thumbs up. Please like. Please tell others about this guy over here in Europe reviewing rare Irish whiskey. All the best. Bye-bye.